Hey, 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 microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2. How y'all doing today? Terry Lancaster here, and I'm sitting here, I'm scrolling through my Facebook feed on this afternoon, and I'm noticing, and I notice this every time I log on to Facebook, that probably, I just did the math, I did a little quick survey, about half of the people that I'm connecting with are making the same big mistake on Facebook. Now, I call it a big mistake, but calling it a mistake is maybe not the right word because social media is your thing, baby. Do you. You do you, and if you want to do it this way, do it this way. If you want to do it that way, do it that way. But if you're using Facebook to establish connections with your potential customers, if you're using Facebook to help you build relationships that might one day eventually lead to a sale, there's a way to do what you're doing better. I'm going to talk about your Facebook profile picture. Now, it's probably the first thing I talk about when I go in to do a sales training at a car dealership. One of the very first things I talk about is how to build the best Facebook picture for making a human connection with your customer, for building a relationship with your customer, because that little piece of real estate is probably the most valuable piece of real estate that you own. The word is called an avatar. It is your representative in your virtual world. For the most part, 90% of the time, it's what people recognize of you. If you're interacting and engaging and connecting and talking and conversing with people via Facebook or via social media, your profile picture is your avatar. It is you in that world, in the virtual world, is what people think of in their mind when they think of you. So I'm scrolling through Facebook, and probably half of the profile pictures that I see aren't faces. A lot of them aren't even people. They're pictures of a dog. I see a lot of pictures of couples. Of couples, this is me and my kid, this is me and my dog, this is me and my wife, this is me and my husband, this is me and my favorite customer, this is me and that random celebrity I met that one time, this is me, with the person's arm draped around my shoulder. But that's the worst thing that can happen is because, what if I don't know you and I'm scrolling through and I see the profile picture and there's two of you? Sometimes you don't even know which one is which. But it's even more basic than that. The human brain is hardwired to recognize faces and make snap decisions, snap judgments about those faces, eyeballs and teeth. That's, we form snap judgments about that person. 100,000 years ago on the plains of Africa, we see eyeballs and teeth in the reeds over there, and we have to make a snap judgment. Is that a fuzzy kitten that wants to come cuddle and play, or is that a hungry tiger that wants to come meet me? And we're hardwired back in the amygdala, the lizard part of your brain. We're going to make snap decisions about the human face. And it is hardwired in. It even happens now. My favorite research is one that they show from a kindergarten class, and they take two big pictures of faces, and they'll take it into a kindergarten class of two people who are running for election. They're running for election. Now, the kindergartners don't know anything about Republican or Democrat. They don't know anything about politics. They don't know anything about conservative or liberal. They don't know nothing about nothing except there's two faces. And with an amazing degree of accuracy, kindergartners can predict the outcome of who's going to win an election between two people that they have no idea about, other than which face they found most appealing. Which face was the most charismatic, which face was the most engaging, which face was the most likable. So there's a lot of information contained in the face that's going to help you establish relationships and establish a bond. And any sales manager worth his salt is going to tell you, worth his or her salt is going to tell you on the first day, that you have to make eye contact with customers. You have to smile when you're talking to customers, because we form snap judgments based on whether you make eye contact or not, based on whether you're smiling when you're talking or not. If you're looking all shifty-eyed and sad, nobody wants to talk to you. And the same thing happens on Facebook. You need that face there. They called it Facebook for a reason. It was designed originally to share faces, so people could help. It was, on a college campus, to help people recognize each other when they're wandering around campus. They called it Facebook as it was a platform to help share faces. And so this profile picture, a lot of times we'll pick one that we want to show that this is us. This is our personality. These are the people I love. This is the stuff I like. Don't want to just be a boring face in there. So we put us and our spouse in there. We put us and our dog in there. We put us and our car in there. And that looks great on our desktop. on our profile. But you've got to remember that the people interacting and engaging with you on Facebook, the people that you're trying to reach, the people that you're trying to establish a connection and a relationship with, most of the time they don't see your profile picture on a desktop. 90 some odd percent of all Facebook views happen on a mobile phone. So all of a sudden, what was 21 inches is now shrinking down to you have a, like a 4-inch screen that you've got to work with there. And who knows what the number is, but the overwhelming majority, closing in 90, 95, 99% of the people you're interacting and engaging with, they're not even going to see your profile. They're not going to go back to your profile, maybe when they're first checking you out, maybe when they first want to see if they connect with you, or maybe if they're trying to find you and research with you, they go to your profile. But the vast majority of the time, they're going to be interacting with your posts, and they're going to be interacting with the comments that you make on other people's posts. And your picture, your icon for that, all of a sudden you had a picture and now it's about this big. When I'm doing training sessions at a dealership, I've got a screen that shows a profile picture of some people I know. There's a guy and he's got this big picture of you, a big picture of himself, and it's taken from about 20 feet back. And he's, there's a table in front of him with a bunch of awards he's won, and there's a fancy vehicle that's behind him. So it's a great picture. I mean, it's a picture worthy of having on your desk. It's a picture worthy of having on a wall from you. The picture looks great. The picture looks great if you go see his profile on a desktop. But when that picture, as a comment in the comment section on Facebook, goes from this big, down to about this big, and it becomes just a black blur. So if you want to start making better connections and establishing better relationships, look at making your Facebook profile picture actually just your face. And everyone in the entertainment business, they call it a headshot, but it's not a headshot. It's a face shot. Facebook actually, a couple years ago, these all used to be squares. Your Facebook profile picture was encased in a square, but if you're scrolling through Facebook now, it's a circle. Your Facebook profile picture is encircled, encased in a circle, because Facebook wanted to push everyone to putting their face in there. And the circle perfectly encompasses your face. You don't need the big bust shot. You need this. This shot right here is going to allow, even when your picture is this small, there's 2 eyeballs and a smile. So if you can just put a little smiley face on there that people can recognize as you and recognize as a human being, when they're engaging and interacting with you, they feel like they're interacting and engaging with a human being, and you can form that lizard brain connection that when you do meet them in person. This is a conversation I just had. Just got off the conference call with this. Is that what happens if you've established this relationship online, and you've done a good job of that, when you meet them in person, it's like old home week. It's not like you're meeting them for the first time. It's like a reunion. But in order for it to be a reunion, there has to be a human connection right there. And start with human connection, it all starts with the face. So you don't have to have a professional headshot. You can go out in the nice sunshine. You all got great cameras right there in your pockets, right there in your hand. Go out in the sunshine, take you a nice picture where you're not squinting something up against a plain background, where the only thing people can notice is your face. The only thing people can make snap judgments and decisions about is your face. You put on that big smile. People can hear when you're talking to them on the phone. They can hear a smile, and they can certainly see it in your Facebook profile picture. So get those eyes wide, make some eye contact, smile, and just be nice. If there's anything I can do for you, give me a call. Let me know I can help. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you around.